Something strange is growing at the Gwyn Hall this May, and it's got a taste for you. Get ready for Little Shop of Horrors, a wild, wacky, and wickedly funny musical packed with toe-tapping tunes, outrageous comedy, and one very hungry planet. Will hapless Florence Seymour find fame, fortune, and love, or will Audrey 2 take a bite out of the town? There's only one way to find out. Little Shop of Horrors, live at the Gwyn Hall from the 6th to the 10th of May. Book your tickets now before it's too late. Get your tickets at gwynhall.com or call 0300 365 6677. Hello and welcome back to another very special episode of the Stage 8 podcast. Happy Friday to you all. We are here today with the cast of Into the Woods. Say hi, guys.
Hi.
Oh, that was nice. Producer Kath looking at all the peaks in the audio there, but we're just gonna go with it. She's happy. Well, she's as happy as Kath gets anyway. Yes, hello. We are having a very special episode. We get to catch up with the cast of Into the Woods after their sold-out run last week. It was a fantastic run, but I'll let them tell you a little bit about it. But first of all, let's find out who we got with us. We don't have the full cast, but let's go around and find out who we do have. Let's start with Lacey.
Hi, I'm Lacey, and I was Cinderella in Into the Woods.
No, you weren't.
Cinderella's mother.
Almost. Hi, I'm Mia, and I played the Stewart.
Hi, I'm Isabel, and I played Little Red Riding Hood.
Hello, I'm Sarah, and I played Cinderella in Into the Woods.
Hi, I'm Demi, and I played the mysterious man.
Hi, I'm Sophie, and I played Granny.
Hi, I'm Noah, and I played the baker.
Hi, I'm Beth, and I played Rapunzel.
Hi, I'm Cardi, and I played Milky White and Cinderella's prince.
Hello, my name's Katie, and I played the witch.
Hello, my name's Noah, and I played Jack.
Hi, I'm Autumn, and I played Jack's mother.
Hi, I'm Lewis, and I played Rapunzel's prince.
Hi, I'm Lauren, and I played the wolf.
Hi, I'm Fionn, and I played Lucinda.
Hi, I'm Eve, and I played the co-director and choreographer.
Hi, I'm Jay, and I played front of house / director. So, dear listeners, now you've had 15 highs. That is our lovely cast, and they absolutely smashed it. We talked in one of the podcasts about how we thought it was going to go, me and Kath, in our little catch-ups, and it exceeded all expectations. So what I'm going to do, guys, is throw questions out to you. Feel free to grab the mic as you want to answer them. Don't be shy. Give it a try. Get down from your greenhouse in the sky. Treehouse or greenhouse? Oh, do you know the Bewitched song?
No.
Oh, my God, you're all so young. C'est la vie. Yeah? My nana's old. Yeah, you know it. No. Okay, so first question then. What was your favourite moment in the show, either on stage or behind the scenes? Demi.
My favourite moment was when Sophie said to Noah, "What kind of baker are you?" "I'm a baker."
Yeah, so for context, Sophie was playing the grandmother, and she wanted to give the skins of the wolf to the apparent hunter who's a baker. And the line is, what kind of a hunter are you? But she came out with, "What kind of a baker are you?" And he said, "I'm a baker." But those moments just make the show, don't they? It was just hilarious. Anyone else got any favourite moments? Cardi?
My favourite moment was when the cow's head fell off, Milky White, because I came on as the prince, and then I had to go back off and come straight back on, and I went out, and Noah was just stood there with like a headless cow. Not me. Noah Johns, I was the baker, and it was like, I don't know where it went, but it went somewhere. Well, it was on the floor.
Yeah, that was the opening night, right?
Yeah.
And Milky White slowly got less of a cow as the night went on. I think by the end of it, she was a little bit of like minced beef on the floor of her. And everybody in the audience, because obviously it was in the round, and you could just see shoulders go in, and you could see people covering their mouths, and including us, we were absolutely weak laughing. Poor Kath, who spent hours building Milky White, was up in the tech box just like in despair of what was going on. He was a 4-pinter by the end of it. Amazing. Anyone else? Go on, Noah.
Well, one of my favourite moments was, it wasn't necessarily in the script, But Eve said to me that it would be very funny if I landed on her lap. Obviously, afterwards I found out that she was joking, but I took it a bit too seriously, and I ended up running in and landing on her lap, which was a great experience. I felt very cozy.
It just got a bit weird.
It felt cozy.
He's doubling down on his statement.
I thoroughly enjoyed.
Good. I'm really glad you found that cozy.
I didn't thoroughly enjoy, so we'll leave it at that.
Too good. Lorenzo.
My favourite moment was the night that we added, or the afternoon that we added an extra chair onto the end of a row, and and as the grandma strangled the wolf to the ground in an attempt to kill it, we tripped over the bag and Sophie full on landed on me and like actually strangled me and laughed her entire way through it.
Can I say though, your parents loved that bit.
Oh, I know they did.
Like they were in their elements. They thought, do you know what? How old are you?
16.
16 years of grief from these two, and they're finally like knocking bells out of each other. It was brilliant. The extra chairs we added in, were they anyone's friends or families up there? Yeah, I don't know who they are. Well, thanks for coming though. So let's throw some questions out. How did closing night feel? How did it feel ending this lovely, wonderful show?
Sad. Oh, sorry.
Go on, Lorenzo.
It was really sad because like so much went into it. Like it was so different working in the round. Like it was incredible, but it was really different. So we all worked really hard on it because it was something new. It wasn't traditional.
Yeah.
So it's quite sad to close, really.
Yeah, and I agree with that. You did all work exceptionally hard. And Sondheim isn't the easiest at the best of times, especially when you throw in then that you want to do it with the audience sat around and with you. So, yeah, thank you for taking that on and really running with it because you were superb. Really, really fantastic. Anyone else? Anyone over there? Got anything to say? No? Okay, the podcast work by talking. Go on, Kate.
I actually felt very proud of us for doing it. I remember ages ago when we were just playing around with what musicals we might do next, and we sang through, you gave us all parts, and we sang through the opening of Into the Woods, and straight after we were like, nope, we can't pull that off, and we didn't do it then. I think that was even maybe before Fame, was it? It was ages before Cabaret. So I feel really proud of us because we did a really good job and we did pull it off, and we thought when we first sang it that we would never be able to do it. So I was really proud of us.
And there we were, selling out all the shows, smashing it. So what was the rehearsal process like? Let's throw it to someone over here. Belle? Tell us a little bit about the rehearsal process.
I feel like the rehearsal was like so different to what we've done before because you have to think about doing it in the round, and it's just like it was so weird to do. And have to think about everyone.
For people who may be listening who've never worked in the round, what made that more difficult than a traditional proscenium arts show where everyone sits in front of you?
It's like usually you just stand up and you just face in front of you, but you have to turn around you to make sure that everyone could see you.
Yeah, absolutely. And we did have a couple of rehearsals where we kept shouting, bum, and back, and hello, what about us? Just to get used to that space. And you guys really did that well. Saren, can I ask you then? So you played Cinderella in the show.
I did.
How does one prepare to be Cinderella? What did you do behind the scenes to get yourself into that character?
Lots of vocal warm-ups because it's a high part.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think like you just have to remember about timing and keep practicing.
Yeah.
Because I did find it like really tricky to get the timing right at the start, and you need to figure out like what type of character you want to be, because Cinderella can be portrayed in so many different ways. She can be just a normal princess. She could have a bit of attitude to it. I just think, you just got to think about how you want to portray it, I guess.
And for those people who weren't lucky enough to get a ticket, who might be listening to the podcast, tell us how you portrayed your Cinderella.
I don't know. I think I liked her to be more innocent, and I just wanted her to think, you know, how she was treated didn't portray what character she was. She's still like, I don't know. She's still a woman. She's still, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. But yeah,
she's still got that kind of strong kind of character side, but also there's that vulnerability to her where you know she could, you know, be walked over and that sort of thing. And we saw that in the opening sections, you know, with the stepmother and Florinda and Lucinda. And so obviously to prepare for the role, you went to lots of balls and got your shoes stuck and, you know, ran through the forest, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Exactly.
I bet you got a couple of funny looks doing that.
Yeah.
So let's put it over to Autumn. Your character, not traditionally played at all.
No. So I played Jack's mother as if she was quite rough around the edges. I think she expects a lot from her son. She's quite lazy, expects her son to do everything for her, which was really fun to do, very funny. I feel like traditionally Jack's mother isn't actually that much of a comedy character.
Yeah.
She can be played quite seriously, but making her a funny character was defo very fun to play. I think when we were doing rehearsals, it came together quite quickly. But then when we moved into the space where we actually put on the show, it became much easier, especially having the set of Jack's house and being in that part of the set. It defo brought the character more to life, and I really enjoyed it.
And she lived, laughed, loved her way through the show.
She lived, laughed, loved her way through.
She really did.
You, me, we. If you
me.
know, you know. Yeah, and the crosswords.
Yeah, I must say I did look through the crossword puzzle book.
I was actually doing them on the stage.
Yeah, not great. Though.
No, I was struggling really hard. Only from Poundland.
You need to work on the
I was
crosswords.
trying my best.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll open this to all of you. Was there a particular song or scene that you kind of found the most challenging or difficult, Noah?
Well, like it'd be easy for me to say Giants in the Sky, but the hardest bit for me was actually opening part 1.
Maybe the less said about that, the better, Noah.
Well, I'm not going to muddy the waters as I usually do, but let's just say I did struggle a lot with timing in that song, but I got it by the end, by the shows, I think, hopefully. But
yes.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. That's all that needs to be said about opening part 1, my nightmare.
Yeah, it was there was just something about that. You just could not get the I wish where it was meant to be.
No.
But hey, we live, laugh and love. Anyone else? Any particular part? Let's go to Beef over there. Sorry, Bethany. I hate the fact that I call her Beef now because all of you call her Beef. She didn't even play the cow in the show. Bethany Rapunzel.
I would have to say, not vocally wise, but Stay With Me, more emotion wise.
Yeah.
I just feel like playing such a vulnerable character during that song, I found that quite difficult to, you know, express that and just show like a different set of emotions, if that makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense. Absolutely. Did anyone else have something then, Lorenzo?
I mean, I'm obviously going to say this because, you know, everyone's going to say their own song, but I found Hello Little Girl really difficult because it's not written for a woman, it's written for a man. And I remember going to Eve on the Saturday rehearsal and I was like, please help, because it just wasn't going well for me. Like it was in a really weird place and it would end up going too low, but then if I jumped it up an octave, it would end up being too high. But I definitely think that when I spoke to Eve and she said, you know, you can sing more of it, I think that actually really added to my character.
It did. It was so creepy.
Thank you.
It worked really well. It did.
Yeah, I think that definitely helped me character-wise.
And Noah?
I think for me was the whole potion scene because it was so eggy.
Oh, you know, so I love that everyone uses the word eggy now because for those who don't know, eggy means like, oh god, it's a bit like iffy, a bit weird, a bit icky. But eggy, yes, continue.
It was just like because there was like not much to do stage-wise that we could actually do.
Yeah.
It was hard to sort of make it look good, to be honest.
Yeah.
To make it
and
look.
especially in the round because you got people like a foot away from you watching your every move.
Yeah, you can't really get away with things when they're like 2 meters away from you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'd agree with that. And I think the rework that we did on that, where everyone came in and they created the magic with movement, I think that worked so well. Yeah, it was really good. Thank you. So who was the biggest joker backstage? Who was the naughtiest person messing about, being silly, pre or during the show?
Noah Knight.
Should we do a vote? Hands up for Lacey. 0. Lacey is a saint, clearly. Mia? Nobody. Who's next to Mia? I can't even see. Belle? No. Saren? No. Demi? Sophie? Noah? Bethany? Caddy? Katie? Noah? Okay, so it was Noah Knight. Noah Knight was the naughtiest backstage. Is that what we're... Really?
Yeah, this is genuinely come as a shock. I'm actually rather disappointed in you guys because, like, I don't know what I've done to deserve this. I don't think... I disagree. I
think you would. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, hold on, we haven't finished. Yeah, okay, Autumn. Lewis.
I think Lewis was
Lewis gets a good food. And I gotta be honest, Lewis ran the vlog this time around. And he's happy to take the mic and tell us about the blog. Where did the inspiration come from and what is it?
Okay, so in Fame, me and a person who was in Fame but isn't in Into the Woods did vlogs backstage, and I was like, we should do this again. So I was like, ooh, who should I get to do it with me? So I chose Autumn.
Yay!
So we had this process of like interviewing everybody over the week. So we asked them questions like, do you want to speak up?
Yeah. We'd ask questions like, who you playing? What's your favourite character? We asked those sort of like basic questions towards the start of the run, and then as we went on, we would just sort of document what we were up to, and then.
No, we don't need to tell the listeners about Lauren's bodily functions.
It was really funny.
She was having a very stressful day, and we did reserve a cubicle in the toilet just for her.
Good time.
But no, it was a lot of fun, and Lewis did a brilliant job editing them and posting them literally pretty much the same night we recorded them, and it's just great to have them as like a memory of the show now.
And fair play, your edits were top notch.
Thank you.
They were top notch.
I didn't edit the other ones in Fame. The other person did. But I...
Can we just clarify? We don't hate this person.
There's no hate.
They do have a name, but I feel like it's very mysterious now.
Yeah.
She who shall not be named.
So it was the first time we properly edited something, so I tried my best. And everybody had a segment, so it was lots of takeovers. And
yeah, it was good fun. It's good fun. I think stuff like that really adds to it. And like the warm-ups on Saturday, where we had little mosh pits to certain songs.
Eileen.
Sweet Caroline was one. What was the other ones? Come on, Eileen.
Okie
The Okie Kokie. Yeah, that's nice. So talking about like traditions and like things like that, did you guys do anything backstage, like little like pre-show rituals, or did anyone have anything? Fionn was pointed at then. Family Christmas. Fionn, you're not on the mic, love, so you can't be heard.
I've been pointed out. I don't know what she's on about. I don't know what I've done.
Yeah, what does she do? Give her a mic. Hand the mic over.
So,
Oh, I remember. I remember.
So neither me nor Fionn were in It Takes Two, obviously. And every single time it played, we were backstage together on the left, and we had a little choreographed dance.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, and it was the same thing every night.
It was the same thing
just
every
in
night.
different order.
Yeah.
And we'd do this dance, and we like choreographed it. And every time, even if we were in a bad mood, we would jump up.
We
and
would
like,
jump
just
up and we
do
do the
the
It Takes Two dance.
choreography.
We felt it was a very jazzy song.
It was, yeah. It
We
was very
definitely added a
jazzy
very
song.
jazzy dance. Oh, and
Oh, yes.
Cinderella's dress, which was fabulous, I have to
Oh,
say.
it was a beautiful dress.
Every night I had to do the bow for her, and I tied the bow for her. And every night, who was it? Oh, it was
Me.
Fionn, yeah, of course. It was Fionn that would come along and go, that's terrible, and redo the bow.
It was really floppy, so I had to go out and fix it.
I don't know how you did. I couldn't do it.
But do you find as well with these little pre-show things or during the show things that you do, like you have to do them then because you worry that something might go sideways if you don't do it?
Yeah. Noah kept handing me the cow as well. I think Noah got fed up of carrying the cow a lot, and he'd just come up to me and just hand me the cow.
Yeah.
I just have to stand there for a minute holding Milky White. I was terrified every time that it
Just
was
in
going
case
to
you
fall
dropped the
apart.
cow.
It would be my fault as well.
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
fair. Belle, did you have something to say?
Yeah. I had 3 superstitions that I did every single show. So before every show, I always said good luck to Maisie and gave her a hug.
And then every time, no one would forget which way he went off stage. So I don't always have to tell him. And every single show, me and Theron would reenact a scene.
That's cute. I love that. And Noah, which Noah?
Noah Johns.
Why did you keep forgetting which way you're going? How many times have you done it? You know? Come on, any more? Go on then.
Well, so
anyone out there in podcast world, this boy loves talking.
I do.
So
I do.
Give him his own podcast. Call it
Please.
like Gingy Fringy or something. I don't know.
I'll take anything.
Yeah.
Well,
his DMs are open for job opportunities.
Of course. There's a scene in the show where Autumn chucks me on because she's very angry at me that I've exchanged my cow for beans. And this is also...
What's the line? What kind of adult?
Only adult.
Only adult would exchange a cow for beans.
And I just have to scream, "Mother, no." I screamed that while on Eve's lap one night.
Stop making it weird, Noah.
Sorry.
It's just not. It wasn't very fun for me.
But before, like, it wasn't necessarily a pre-show ritual. It was more like a pre-scene
Did it
ritual.
before this scene?
Yeah.
Every show.
It was specifically this scene. And it consisted of 5 punches to my shoulders and 1 smack to the rear.
And of course, consent was confirmed beforehand.
But it was Autumn was smacking me in the rear. It was not the other way around. Just to clarify.
Actually, no, I have never heard it. How old are you? 16?
15. I'm 16.
15-year-old person say in the rear.
I was trying to keep it PG. You never know.
On my bottom.
But yeah, I don't know. It became like it just became a thing then, and we just couldn't stop doing it. So yeah.
Well, as long as you're happy, Noah, that's the main thing.
Very happy.
Oh,
no. Candy's little dance.
Go on, Dem.
So backstage, me and Sarah always used to like sing "It Takes Two" to each other, and it was really cute. Sorry, Noah. Sorry, but we sung it. We didn't
dance. That song
dance.
seems to have been the bop of the entire thing, didn't it?
Yeah. More jazzy.
I love that. Autumn?
This is a pre-show ritual for me for every show I've done. And it is that I have lemon and lime water.
What, like Volvic? Other brands are available.
No, any brand,
Sponsor
doesn't
us.
matter what brand. I have to have it, otherwise something's going to go wrong. There was one performance of We Will Rock You where I didn't have this lemon and lime water, and I fell over twice and cried.
Didn't somebody trip over you as well?
Yeah. It was so problematic, and I just went home and cried. And that was the only show I've done without my lemon and lime water.
Question though, is it sparkling or still?
Still. Otherwise, I'll be burping on the stage.
But where do these things come from? Like, because it's
I don't know.
out there that if you don't consume a certain type of water, something's going to go wrong.
I'm stuck in that mindset. I can't get out now.
Crazy.
I knew somebody who had lucky underwear that they'd wear every night before of the show, but they wouldn't wash it. I know.
No.
Minging.
That's grim.
Literally.
It wasn't me. It was a gentleman.
It was Lauren.
I'm literally like stuck in it, and like my mum would ring, like she rang me at the start of Into the Woods show. She's like, "Have you got it? Have you got your lemon and lime? Because I'll bring some to you now." I forgot on the first show of Shrek, and she brought one to the door.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Everybody chill. What else did you forget? Oh, strap in for this one.
Strap in.
It was strapless.
Strapless. Okay, so I forgot a bra on the first show.
And who came to your rescue? A drag queen.
Joshua Russell. Thank you very much for leaving your strapless bra, push-up bra. And thank God it fit me,
And
because
he let
I
you
was
keep it,
running
didn't
around crying. What?
He's let you keep it.
Yeah, I've got
What
it.
a memento.
It's now in
Put
my
that
house.
up in a frame in your house.
So funny.
Josh's bra.
I was panicking so much, but luckily that was left here, so I wore that for the first show.
Honestly, it was so funny because Lauren came up and she's like, "What time's Poundland close?" I'm like,
Lauren was going to run
an
to
hour ago.
Poundland for me.
I was like, "Morrison's don't do it. Peacock's is closed. M&S is closed down. Like, boo, M&S. We hate that. Like, where am I going to get, like, you know, my little ginger shots from now? Anyway, that is neither here nor there. But I hate M&S. I cancel my Sparks card. Yeah, I do like M&S, but I only go to the one in Forest Fach now. Well, they can. They'd be my good books then. Anyway, we digress.
So funny.
Completely. But yeah, that was just crazy. Any other really hilarious things that went on, Lewis?
Wasn't much of a ritual, but every night before the show, because me and Cardi wore guy eyeliner, I'd poke my eye with a eyeliner pencil every night.
Was that just your inability to put eyeliner on?
Yeah. I'd be like, if you watched the vlogs, it'd be me poking my eye every 5 seconds. So yeah.
Can I just say, the guy liner was an experience. I had never put guy liner on before, and I was stood there, and like, I say everyone, there was only like 4 people, but I was stood there with like the zoomy in mirror, and it was like with the light, and I had to put, and they were like on your waterline, but I didn't know what that meant.
What's a waterline?
That's what I was thinking.
That bit, but,
oh, they're like the squidgy bit of your eye. Okay.
And they were like on your, so I had to practically put it in my eye, and it looked
I
bad
hate it.
every time.
I literally, if I do a show, I have to put any type of eyeliner on. I'm like this. And you guys can't see what the face I'm pulling, but it's not good. Yeah. And then I cry. I just start sobbing. And usually the only time I have to do it is panto. Then all my other makeup's running down my face as well. Oh, tell you what, the life of a panto dame. Oh, terrible. Anyway, good. Feedback from the show has been, I'd say, next to extraordinary. So well done for that. Have you guys any messages from friends, family, or stuff that you can share? Noah?
Well, mine was on Friday.
Yeah.
I don't know who they were. I don't even know how old they were. But it was cause
Sorry, why is the age relevant?
Because on
they ask you out
Friday,
to Nando's, or?
Because on Friday the seniors came to watch.
Correct.
There was 3 boys. I would have said like 10, 11.
Yeah, I know who they are already.
So I was about to walk out, and I could see them watching the show, and they were smiling the whole show. And then I went up to them afterwards, and I was like, "Did you enjoy that?" Yeah. And I asked them all what their favorite song was. So I asked the first 2, and they were like, "Oh, the finale." So the bit where we were all in. And then this other boy, I asked him, and he went, "All the ones you were in."
Oh.
I like melted.
That is so cute. Who was that?
I don't know.
What did he look like?
I can't remember. This is the bad thing.
It wasn't Archie.
No, it
okay.
wasn't.
Did he have blonde hair?
No.
Oh, I know who it is.
Yeah.
Was it a mullet? It's Jake. Oh, that's so cute.
But like, I melted.
Oh.
Exactly.
That's really sweet.
I know, but that's...
Anyone else? Demi?
So I had feedback off my auntie and my cousin on Thursday. They said it was really good. And my cousin messaged me. She was like, "You were my favourite character. Autumn and Katie were mine." I was like, "Oh, that's cute." But
that's really sweet.
It was.
Mia?
My mum came to watch the show Saturday, the Saturday matinee, and I told Autumn straight after this when we had to get our mics off. The first thing she said to me, she didn't say, "Oh, well done, you're great." She went, Who played Jack's mother? I was like, "Oh, that's Autumn." And she was like, "Is that her real accent?" I was like, "No." And she was like, "She's amazing. She's got to be on Broadway." And she goes on this rant about how much she loves Autumn. And I was like, "Oh."
Do you remember I was in the show?
I was in the show too. And she was like, "What's Autumn in next?" I was like,
Little Shop of Horrors at the Gwyn Hall.
Yeah. And yes, I'm in Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah,
next, so Mia's mum,
she's booked
come
tickets
watch.
now. Without me, she booked tickets for her and my auntie. I was like,
Autumn, you are tearing families apart. What's your mother's name?
Angharad.
Angharad, can't wait to see you at the show.
Angharad, thank you for being my biggest fan.
Honestly.
Lacey.
I think this was on the first or the second show, but when Katie was doing Stay With Me, I was side stage and I sort of poked my head out through the curtain, and I saw this mother and she was like sitting there and she was watching Katie singing to Bethany, and she was hugging her little son, and he was really, really young, and they were like sort of touching, and then she kissed him on the forehead, and I thought that was a really sweet moment because it was like a sweet song between the witch and Rapunzel.
That's
So
really
it was honestly, who did I say it to? But I remember I was backstage, it was Sophie, and I was saying like, oh my God, that is so cute, because they were just hugging, and it was so sweet to watch.
She's going, oh, look at that.
Yeah, she like hugged him and kissed him.
Rapunzel
And
got
it was
locked
really,
in a tower.
really
and
sweet.
If you continue with your bad behaviour, you're going to be locked in a tower too.
It was lovely.
No, that is sweet. That's so sweet. Family Christmas, Fionn.
I can't remember what night it was, but it's when Isabel's sister came to watch, and during Lauren's song, I was obviously a tree, and I was just watching Erin the whole time, and she could not stop smiling, and she was moving out the way to look at Isabel, and I was just smiling the whole time because I was like, that is sisterly love right there. Like, I couldn't stop smiling.
And in fairness, she had driven 6 hours from London anyway to be here as well. So fair play, commitment. And actually, if we look for the furthest person, I think it's got to be Autumn's dad, who's flown from Edinburgh to see the show. He must be racking up the air miles in fairness to him. He's down here 3 or 4 times a year. Okay, right. This is where it's going to... Oh, sorry, Belle. Pass it on to Belle. Wait, sorry, Belle. She's going to throw something at me now.
I want to give another honourable mention to my little sister Scarlett, because ever since I told her about Into the Woods, she was like, oh, I'm going to come see Little Red Riding Hood, and she was so excited, and she came dressed up as Little Red Riding Hood.
She was so cute.
And I actually almost cried. It was so cute.
Yeah, we all did when we saw her. She is so adorable. She looks so cute in her little costume as well. Oh. Bless her. Right, you ready for it to get a bit feral?
Oh.
Yeah. What show would you love to do next? We're going to go around everybody, and and we're going to see how feral this gets.
We're going to be like, wrong.
Yeah, disappointment. Disappointment. Sorry, Kath, clip that. Only one, and don't go into too much. You can have a little chat about it, but I don't want to hear the synopsis, all the characters, the playing ages, how long the score is, blah blah blah. Lacey, you ready?
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay, I really, really, really want to do Les Mis.
Disappointment. We should have had like 2 buzzers.
It's such a beautiful show. I love it so much. I love all the songs in it, and the characters are lovely. So.
It is. I agree. I do agree with you. Yes. Pass on. Next.
I think Frozen would be really fun.
Frozen would be fun. Slay.
I really want to do Mean Girls, but I'm not sure if the rights are out.
It's not. It's going on UK tour though. Yeah, it's leaving London soon and going on UK tour.
I have absolutely no clue. But I want to experiment, do something, character-wise that's like a challenge for everyone.
Cute. I think that. Sorry, Deb. I think that's what comes when you start doing things a little bit differently. You want to try more things differently. Yeah, let's.
I know we wouldn't be able to do it, but Hairspray, because I'd love to play Tracy.
I know we wouldn't do it, but I'd like to tell you anyway.
I know.
Lush. So fair.
Same as Demi, I don't think we'll ever do it because I don't even think the rights are available in the UK, but I want to do Hadestown with all my heart. Like, so much.
Pause.
Oh.
Hadestown Youth Edition is available.
In the UK?
Correct.
No, genuinely.
Go on, Noah. Disappointment.
For me, because it's like my childhood, I'd love to do Mary Poppins.
Oh my God, yes. It's so beautiful. That was my show to prescribe on the NHS was Mary Poppins, because it's just so stunning. And when they dance on the chimneys, and Michael and Jane bang.
Chimneys.
Have you seen it live?
No.
Oh, you need to.
It's in Cardiff in December.
It's incredible. Someone take me. Bethany.
I know Stage 8 have already done it, but I would love to do Grease again.
Oh yeah, what a bop.
I would love to do it. Oh.
I don't know if you can hear Eve's noise. Charlie, can you hear Eve? We've got Charlie, our technical apprentice. He is 3 years old. Going good? Yeah, he said yes. Can you tell the mic how good it is? Will you say, are they good? Oh, no. He's gone Mike Shy now. Next, Caddy.
Well, my top 3 ones have been taken. It would be Frozen, Les Mis, and Grease. Yeah, but one I think it could maybe possibly be is Be More Chill.
Oh,
I think
cute.
that would be an option.
If you don't know anything about it, it is wacky and wild, and it's great.
Yeah.
Slay. Katie.
I think for this group, I think for a Monday and a Tuesday, my choices would be totally different. But
It's not Monday though, is it? It's Tuesday.
No, so this group,
Yeah.
I would love to do something dancey again, like Fame. So maybe like Footloose or something fun and upbeat and loads of dancing. I would like to do.
Okay.
I'm going off script. I'm really sorry, but a little fun fact for y'all listening. No,
Viewers, please feel free to skip forward the next 15 minutes.
I'm actually related to Anais Mitchell, who wrote Hadestown. I'm actually related to her.
Oh, wow.
That's Lily Strag. But what I'd like to do is
Let's
go
pick
back
that name
to
up
script.
you just dropped.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like to do any of her work.
No.
Frozen. Full stop.
Okay.
Something that comes to mind for me, keeping it relatively newer, is Come From Away.
Oh, Come From a Sleigh.
It's so good.
Oh,
the
it's
music
so
is
beautiful.
brilliant. The playing ages are like a bit older than people obviously in this group.
Older.
A lot older. So that's why I'm not sure. But I think it's like newer. I think it would fit like the new vibe we're going for. And I think it would be really fun.
Yeah. Slay.
As Katie said, I would love to do Footloose. That's like, I love that film, one of my top films. But no, it probably won't happen. But I would love to do Spring Awakening.
Oh,
I
wow.
agree.
Spring Awakening is a bop.
Yeah, I just watch the slime tutorials on YouTube once a month. So yeah, I would love to do
tutorials. So funny.
Noah's just put into my head Mary Poppins. I would kill to do that. Footloose, something really dancey, or specifically in the round, Singing in the Rain, I think would be really cool.
Oh, but we've had the repairs done. It doesn't rain in here anymore. There was at one point with this theatre, we did Sing in the Rain.
I remember when you did, what was it called? Revlon Girl, and there was a drip coming from the ceiling at the beginning.
That was an IV
actual
bag.
Drip. Was it really?
It was an IV bag that was along the track and just slowly dripped, yeah.
I have said for ages I would like to do a tap dancing one, so maybe this might be the group. Who knows?
Maybe.
I know.
I would also like to do Grease because I just like it.
As simple as that, guys. That is concise, isn't it? And I would like to do Grease because I like it. I mean, what more could you ask for, right?
Exactly.
Oh, it didn't get too feral. That was pretty good. So what advice would you give to anyone who is going in to play a character in Into the Woods, who's setting out on their journey to do this show? One piece of advice, anyone? Autumn?
I personally think do some research into your character and experiment with different ways you can play it, because every character in this show is so versatile and you can play them in so many ways, and it just makes it 10 times more interesting if you put your own spin on it.
Beautiful. Noah?
I think because obviously this is my first show with Stage 8, I think at the start I sort of held back a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas towards the end, I did like go for it, but I just say like go from it from the start and just give it like everything, and it's just like really, really enjoyable once everyone's like properly going for it. And it's like
just give it some welly, isn't it? Because I think with a Sondheim as well, the earlier you adopt the kind of idea of really committing to it, the better. Fionn.
Okay. For like character, I feel like if you're gonna like dress up or like put makeup on, like do it full out. Yeah, that's coming from experience. Because
what shade of foundation did you have? Oompa Loompa or?
Oompa Loompa times 2.
Yeah, I thought so.
And like the whitest concealer ever. But yeah, I feel like because obviously if you're just gonna do natural, I feel like if that's your character, then like do that obviously. But like if it's not, then a lot of people are gonna think you're like blending in.
Yeah.
So if you're doing something, actually do it full out.
Yeah, Bob, fair. Lauren.
I think that definitely in terms of character, like you have to remember that this is like a twist on fairy tales. Like these are stories that you've been told growing up. So I think you still need to keep the roots in that while making it a more, I don't know, maybe not mature, but it's a twisted story with like everything merged together. So I think it still needs to keep its roots. I think that's important for the fairy tale side of things. But also just with any Sondheim really, if you don't know how to read the basics of sheet music, I think that is going to be a bit of a setback maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe not a setback, but I think that
Just
it's
makes the life a little bit easier.
Yeah, it makes life a bit easier if you do know some of the basics and you can read it, because especially knowing when to come in. I think
even just to follow along, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Bethany?
I would say don't be afraid to try something new with the characters.
Yeah.
Like, put your own twist on it. It doesn't have to be, you know, the traditional. I'd say take it out to your comfort zone and just do something different with it.
Lovely, Lewis.
Bethany said what I was going to say. So.
Oh, Bethany, you stole his thunder there. Amazing. Well, that brings us to the end of our questions and the end of our podcast. Silence. Okay, great. Woo! Thank you so much. That was lovely. We never get a chance to do a deep dive after the show, do we? That's so nice. And watch this space, I guess, for the next happenings of the Tuesday class. Fabulous. Thanks so much for listening again and sticking with the podcast. Make sure you like and subscribe. And from me, it's ta-da. From Eve, it's
bye.
From Kath and Charlie, it's bye. And from everyone else, it's bye. See you soon.